My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Wee! Red alert! Red alert! We're fucking late as fuck today, boys. But you know what? I wouldn't live my life any other way if I had a choice. Just kidding. I would. Because you know what? I woke up at 4 fucking a.m. I woke up. I did. I set 13 alarms last night. I made sure the volume was all the way up, and I fell asleep to the soothing voice of Derek Berry from Vice Grip Garage. He's working on fucking Eldorados or whatever. I don't even know. I just fell asleep to his dreams. I was ready for fucking sleep, too. I was ready to sleep. Everything was going great. Yeah, Tesla, you can't fucking just fucking zoom up here, you fucking dumbass. Sometimes people have other places to go. We're not waiting on you, you fucking Tesla. Tesla came up doing about 70 in a 45 as I'm switching lanes. Okay, fuck you, you fucking bitch ass. I'm bigger than you. Anyways. Yeah, and that, I got honked. I don't know if they honked or not because I can't hear. My window's up and I'm a semi. But I know I did for sure get honked at earlier today. Today's going to be a truthful episode, okay? I am not holding back. I'm not going to try to act cool for all the fucking people out there. This is for real, a high alert day. If I don't get to my place on time, it's going to fuck up my entire week. So I have to speed. I have to do what I have to do to get to where I need to be on motherfucking time. Because if I don't, it's going to fuck everything up. So, yes, woke up at 4 a.m. I said, wow, I'm so glad I woke up at 4 a.m. But I don't need to be up at 4 a.m. How about 5? I'll get up at 5. 5 sounds like a good time to get up. That'll give me plenty of time to get up, get ready, and get the fuck out the door. I did not pack up my clothes and shit yet, so it'll be all right. And last night, I was up, I was doing my paperwork for that fucking bullshit they put me through on Saturday. Now, nobody gives a fuck about me. It's done. Everything's okay. Nobody's really gives a shit. But I do all the paperwork, and I don't know if you remember from the last episode, but I did like the regular roll-offs. Like as soon as I got there, I was fucking busy. I was busy doing this, and then I had to go back to the shop twice. First time I had to go back to the shop just to get fucking paperwork so I could take shit to the landfill, which I was not really excited about doing, but whatever. And then I had to rush back and then rush to go get the guzzler and all this stuff. And so I used a guzzler in the middle of my workday yesterday. And I submit my paperwork. Well, I just write up the paperwork and everything. You know, I don't have any electronics to go off of because the fucking app, the application where you submit all your times is so fucked up. It used to work perfectly for me. I had nothing wrong with how it worked on my phone. But they updated it, and they sent out probably 17 emails talking about how this new version of the app is going to be so much better than the last. And I'm like, I don't have one problem with the way the app works. I mean, I do, but they're very minute. And I was like, cool, if they're going to fix the little minor issues that I have, that's awesome. No, they updated the app. It's the exact same fucking thing. Nothing that I do on the app has changed one bit, other than now it takes about 10 minutes for anything to fucking load. And if you're lucky if at the end of the 10 minutes it loads, because sometimes it'll just pop up and be like, there was no response from the server. Sorry, try again. It's like, God damn it, you motherfucker! I was so angry last night. But I said, it's okay. I'll just get the paperwork done. That's the hard part. And then whenever I get in, as long as the time gets entered by 10 o'clock, I'll be fine. So I'll either have time while I'm loading my truck, or I can just call the office lady and say, hey, yo, you're missing my times for Saturday. Every other times have been done, but you need my time for Saturday. Anyways, this morning as I'm rolling in, I do my time. And it works. It works fast, too. I don't know what the hell they did, what's different about it, but it worked. Everything was great. All right, hold on. I can't speed that much. I can't be doing that fast. Uh, so I submitted my time, but then whenever I was submitting my time, I noticed that there's a second phase for the guzzler work, which really fucks me all up whenever I do all of my work on the roll-off movement phase. And then I go to submit, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'm entering it in all 14 hours. It was 7 to 9. All 14 hours are going to go on the same phase. I don't give a fuck. I get paid the same. They get paid the same. They pay us the same. It doesn't fucking matter. Well, actually, they do pay different, but why can't I just put the guzzler on the roll-off time? Even though it says roll-off, there might be a guzzler in the mix. No, that's not how my company works. Our company is actually really good because they can trace back anything and everything from the beginning of time, and they know the way we keep things separated and organized. It's really actually good. But for me, in a rush on Monday morning is not good because I ended up waking up at 6. Now, if you recall me talking about this before, if I wanted to be at the Monday meeting, I needed to leave my house at 6 to be there at 6:30 when it starts. I don't leave my house until 6:20, 6:15, 6:20. So I'm going to be, which is kind of a good thing in my mind at the time, was I'm going to be getting there right in the middle of the Monday meeting. Everybody's going to be inside, occupied with the Monday meeting. I'm going to sneak on by. I'm going to grab my truck, pre-trip it, and then I'm going to roll up right as everybody's walking out. And I'm like, you fucking guys are lazy as fuck because I'm already ready to go on my job, even though I still would have been late. Even at that point in time, because I'm technically they want me to be at the place where I get loaded at 7 a.m. So I'm fucked either way. But I was like, maybe I can do it without getting like completely caught. But I still needed it. I had to go into the office. I needed to grab paperwork for my loads. I had to turn in my paperwork. I had to talk to the office lady, kind of give her an explanation of what the fuck I'm turning in, and run the fuck out. And I literally ran the fuck out. I was walking to the door, and one of the other guys was walking. He's like, "Here, let me get the door for you." He opened the door, and I took off into a sprint. I took off, and I had gravel flying, dude. I am fucking booking it. But I ran out of breath really fast because I'm fat still, okay? And I have no cardio at all. So I run to the shop where we have pallets of water. Because I knew I needed a pallet of water. If I do not grab a case of water for my truck, I will die in the desert. So I ran, grabbed the case of water, ran back to my truck, threw it in, put my truck in drive, and then I was like, "Oh fuck! I forgot the load paperwork because I've spent all my time in there talking to her about the fucking paperwork issue that I was having." So I had to run back in, grab 3 sets of paperwork, run the fuck out, get in the truck, throw it in drive, go. I forgot to log into the truck. I did do a full pre-trip. You might not believe it, but I did. I walked around the entire truck. I kicked all the fucking tires. I checked all the fucking lights. That's really as far as it really went. I made sure the trailer was still connected. Everything was good. And I hopped in. I fucking hit the fucking road. But the Geotab will not let you log in if you're moving. Even if you're not even logged into the truck. I could have been a passenger in this truck. It still would not have let me logged in. Well, I guess if somebody else was logged into the truck, it senses that this truck is moving and nobody's logged in. So it assumes that I'm driving it, which is fucking bullshit, but whatever. So I had to stop, get logged in, and then I hit the fucking road. And that's where I am now. I am on the highway. I'm going to be where I need to be a little before 8, hopefully. If I speed enough, maybe that time will be correct. And then I need to hurry up and load. I need to immediately, as soon as I get there, start cranking on the vacuum, run inside, grab the paperwork that the guys are going to print out for me, run outside, throw the hose in, start pumping, flip my placards around, and basically then I can breathe for a little bit, I think. I'll be able to breathe because it's going to take like 15, 20 minutes to get fully loaded. And then as soon as it's done, I need to run up to the top of the frac tank, yank the hose out, fucking clear the line, throw the shit down, run down the fucking stairs. In the middle while I'm breathing, that's where I'm going to be doing my calculations on how far down I want to suck the frac tank. And I'm hoping, because there's 2 frac tanks there, sometimes they want me to pull out of the green one, sometimes they want me to pull out of the white one. And the green one is the current one that has all the hoses hooked up to it. So I'm going to get there, and when I run inside and grab my paperwork, that's when they're going to tell me which tank it is. That's why I'm not going to throw the hose in or measure or do anything until I run inside, figure out which frac tank I'm pulling from. And I'm hoping it's not the white one, because then I have to, I'll do it fast. Don't worry. I'll fucking do it quick. I'll fucking yank that motherfucking shit all the way up there. I got to get, if I have to suck from the white tank. And then I just got to make sure I remember, grab my measuring stick off the top of the green tank, or else I got to go down and back up and then over, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. And then I have to, as soon as it's done, I have to find a guy to sign my paperwork, which shouldn't be a hard thing. It's never been a hard thing. There's always somebody there. They sign it slow as fuck. Last time, there's actually a guy came outside and signed it while I was loading, and I was like, thank you so much. Even though I was not in a hurry at all last week when I was doing this. I'm in a hurry today, so I'll be like, hey, man, I need to fucking sign quick. I got to get the fuck out of here, or else they're not going to let me offload. I got to go. And luckily, I brought a very simple meal today. Now, peeling an orange on the road does not sound appealing to me, but I brought oranges and meatballs. Last night it's not even a recipe. It's just make burgers, basically, but make them in balls, so meatballs, and throw them in the air fryer for 20 minutes at 400, rolling them halfway through. And then you have these perfectly cooked, delicious meatballs that are super easy to eat. So I have those with me that I can throw in. I ate 4 of them last night. I made 9 plus 6 is 15. So I have plenty of meatballs to eat, and then I have oranges. Oh, and I did grab that ham, the ham that I was kind of afraid to open on Saturday because I didn't have a bag to put it in. I did grab a bag, so now I have a bag so I can slice open the ham. And it is already sliced ham. I thought it was going to be a hunk of ham, but it's actually pre-sliced, still in its quarter form or whatever. So I have that to, I can throw down a couple slices of ham. And you know what's really weird is all this energy, maybe it's adrenaline because I'm so fucking late and I'm so worried that I'm not going to make it there on time. But I have not had coffee today. I have not actually had coffee in a while. I have not been drinking coffee lately. Not really by choice. It's like I lost my nice work coffee cup. I lost it. I have no idea where it is. Whatever. I lost part of the lid anyways. It was kind of a fucked up deal. And then all my other porcelain coffee cups that are the correct size are in the floorboard of my car underneath a mountain of water bottles and chew cans. My car, I've been meaning to clean it out for a while now, and I just haven't. Every time I get in my car, it's because I'm ready to go. And I'm not. And every time I get out of my car, I'm ready to go inside. So I have not cleaned my car out in a while. and yesterday was a good day though. I lounged around the house. I did do not. I wouldn't say I did cleaning, but I walked around with a trash bag. I mean, your house can get from being okay to out of fucking control too damn fast. There should be a law against how dirty your kids can get your house. I should be able to jail my children. I should be able to call the police and they would come over and give my children a fine for littering or something, because that's fucking ridiculous what they do to the house. I wake up on Saturday, I go out and I sit in the living room and I'm just kind of relaxing. My son is so excited to see me because I hadn't seen him all week. I didn't see him Friday night. I didn't see him, I didn't see him Friday night. Why didn't I? I don't know. I don't even want to think about last week, but I hadn't seen him in a couple of days. So he was super excited. He wanted to play Fortnite. I told him, no, not yet, not yet. But we did play Fortnite later on. And it's nice lounge around the house. The whole house was clean. My wife did a really good job. She cleaned up the house, made sure everything was nice and organized. So when I got home on Saturday night to Sunday morning, everything was fine. And I was like, this is cool. But before I could even enjoy how clean the house was, my son and my daughter are pulling out every big and small toy from their bedroom, yanking them out into the living room. They have a box of Legos. Like I told you, we were building the Lego set, the little ones, and I keep them in the original box, put up on the shelf. I don't know how, but they got it down from the shelf, and amongst all the other toys throughout the entire fucking living room, they dumped this box of tiny little Legos out in the middle, and I'm just like, God damn it. This is not. I was like, you're gonna have to clean all this shit up. No, they did not clean it up. But then I just kind of lounged around watching TV, hanging out. I grilled burgers. I made the kids lunch. I thought it was a good lunch. We did another taco salad, yogurt with burgers, and I ate 3. They were frozen burgers, so they weren't the greatest. And my gas grill outside really needs to be cleaned because it'll spark up fires throughout the thing, and the fire will be going. As soon as I shut the lid, I think everything's fine. I shut the lid. I'm like, I'll flip them in a couple of minutes. I go in the kitchen and start washing my hands or filling up the dog water or something. I look out the window, and there's this fucking raging fire coming out of my grill. I'm like, God damn it! I run outside, fucking open it up, move the burgers out. They are charred to fuck. Cooked all right, but they are charred to fuck. And like in the middle was fine, but the outside, the round on the outside, the crust of it was not great. It was pretty burnt, but I threw a bunch of cheese all over them. I ate 3 burgers with cheese, nothing else. I did dip it in mayo. And around, my wife was going back and forth because they went out on the lake, and my daughter, they forgot to put sunscreen. She says they put sunscreen under her eyes, but that only place she has burned is underneath her eyes. So it looks like she has, like, I don't know. She has bright red under her eyes, tops of her cheeks, under her eyes, whatever. And so we were supposed to do family pictures on Sunday, and she kept going back and forth. She's like, we should do them, we shouldn't do them, because her eyes are all fucked up. And then she finally decided last minute, let's do them. So I had to go get cleaned up, and I went downstairs after my shower, and I put on all, like, nice clothes, and I went upstairs. She's like, you're funny. I'm like, what? She's like, you think you get to pick your outfit for these fucking pictures? I was like, well, I mean, what do you, I just grabbed a nice shirt. She's like, no, I have your outfit up here. Go upstairs And she's like, you're going to wear these shorts and this shirt. I was like, I'll wear the shirt. I ain't wearing the fucking shorts. She's like, why not? I'm like, because I don't want to wear shorts today. I feel I look better in jeans, I think. Wearing shorts, it looks, I don't know. They are comfortable, they're nice, but I don't want to look like a tourist, because that's what I have the body of a tourist. So if I wear shorts anywhere with my fucking socks and my Pumas or Adidas actually, I just look like a tourist everywhere. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna wear shorts. I'm gonna wear jeans. It'll be fine. And that's when the turning point happened. Because everything was all right until I defied my wife and I wore jeans to the family outing rather than shorts. She was very upset. She was thinking we were going to put our feet in the water, and I'm like, okay. I mean, that'll be the last pictures because my jeans might get a little wet, but okay. Um, she was very annoyed from then on with me, but we go out and it's at a park, and there's a lot of baseball games going on and everything. And the kids, they've been to this park a few times. They are chomping at the bit is a good term to use to get to the fucking park, and we will not let them go in the park because they're gonna ruin their nice clothes or whatever. But they did good. We did good. There at the end, they were begging for water. We didn't bring any. I don't know why. It was kind of hot, but we were in the shade most of the time. But it was a little bit of a walk, and yeah, we took a lot of nice pictures. Everything went great. The water, I was like, I'm not putting my feet in that fucking water. You can put your feet in that. I ain't doing that. It's all mossy and stagnant and shit. Because it's a creek, and we haven't had, even though we've had moisture lately, we haven't really had any rain. So the creek is pretty low. I was like, I ain't doing that. And but we got enough good pictures. She's like, you're going to wear jeans in your summer pictures. I'm like, hey, relax. I wear jeans every day during work. I'm more comfortable in jeans. There was a point in time where I owned 0 pairs of shorts. I wore like basketball shorts around the house, but every time I went outside of the house, I was in jeans. There's nothing wrong with jeans. You're going to be hot. I'm going to be hot no matter what the fuck. I could be naked. I'm still going to be hot. So, anyways, we walked the path till we found a water fountain, and then the kids continued to drench themselves in the water fountain. And then we played on the jungle gym for a little bit, and then we left. We went home and had a nice little night. It was okay. I was able, the free meat that I got from the grocery store the other day, because it was a Price Chopper. And when I went in there, this lady was holding up the line. Not like in a mean way or anything. It was just kind of like, you're holding up the line. I only have a couple of things, and you're holding up the line. And then her cousin, or it could have been cousin, her wild ass son or cousin or whoever the fuck he was, could have been her brother. I don't know. Ran up with, and they were just taking a long fucking time. He dropped a bunch of change out of his pocket. And he's like, you can have it. See you later. I'm like, okay. Because they were trying to hurry to get out of the way. I'm like, you're not in the way of me. Everything's fine. But when they left in a fucking hurry. And I ring up my shit, and then they put it into a cart, which I didn't really need, but whatever. Take the cart out to the car. Put in the groceries in the trunk. And I noticed that I had 2 packs of meat that I did not buy. And they were most likely from that lady. So I finally got around to cooking up my free meat. That's what these meatballs are. Just put some head country, spread it out on a cookie sheet. I spread all the meat out on a cookie sheet. I seasoned it generously on one side, and then I was just grabbing a handful and making a ball, handful, make a ball, and I made it was 2 pounds of meat, and I made 15 giant meatballs. Like they're not giant, they're a little bigger than a golf ball. I would say golf ball size is the correct size for a meatball, but I wanted to make big ones. So I got those all air fried up, and our air fryer was having an issue last night. This was in the middle of me trying to get my paperwork done, and the paperwork thing not working out. My TV, the sound is working and not working. And then I go to the air fryer, and the air fryer is not turning the fuck on again, like for the second batch. It will not fucking turn. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? She's like, I told you about it a while ago. It would not turn back on. We need a new one. I go back out there, it turns right on. I'm like, okay, well, actually, we don't. Apparently, it just can't handle too much cooking all at once. It, 20 minutes at the highest temperature it goes, which is 400. That's a long, hot time. And I preheated it before I even put anything in it. So, I don't know. It just got a little overheated, needed a little break. We don't need a new air fryer, hon. We don't. She ain't listening. But, yeah, that's about it. Saturday at the shop, when I got back to the shop, there were some guys in there working on a truck. One of the guys I work with got hit or something. I don't know. He said he got hit, but it was in the front. So I don't understand. But his whole front end of his F-150 got all fucked up. So him and another guy, while I was out doing all this work, they were at the shop working on this truck, trying to get it fixed up. They got a new hood, grill, bumper, radiator, another little condenser or whatever, trans cooler. I don't know what it was. And they were at the shop working on that. I went over there and annoyed the fuck out of them for a little while, and then I got the fuck out of there. I just have a lot of energy lately. I think that must be a plus of this diet I'm on, and not taking in as much caffeine. I'm still taking in caffeine every now and again, but little. And last night, I think I cheated last night, because after we left the park for the pictures, we stopped off at a Hy-Vee gas to fill up the car and to grab some drinks, because the kids were complaining about drinks. And I did the best thing a dad could do, and I got him soda. I shouldn't have got him soda, but I did. I don't know why. I've been talking about how they need to be eating healthier and everything, and then look at me, I'm giving them soda. But I gave them Fanta. I gave them orange and strawberry Fanta. They loved it. And I drank not a twisted tea. I drank it wasn't a peace tea. It was like I guess it was a peace tea. No, it was like the tea lemonade, the gray can. It looks like a twisted tea can. It's right next to all the twisted teas. But it's like a gray can. It's tea and lemonade. I drank that, even though I shouldn't have. It was too much sugar, probably. Yeah, and that's where I'm at from last time. Looks like I am on time to where I need to be. I just have to go another, like 3-4 miles down this road, 3-4 miles down that road, and then I'll be there. It is currently 7:42. I fucked up. So I'm going to let you go for right now, but I will bring you back with a wrap-up. Boys, we got loaded in record time. Everything went really smooth there, except for trying to find somebody to sign my paperwork. There's only 3 people that are allowed to sign for this product. And I looked for the first one, the easiest one to find, was not there. I run out the building, around the corner to another building where the second guy normally is. He is not there. So I run back in there because there's the third guy, and he's the guy that you don't want to use unless it's a last resort. So I I was like, hey man, I'm so sorry. I've already looked for this guy. I've looked for this guy. I can't find anybody uh, to sign my paperwork. He's like, okay, well, I guess I have to do it. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, let's go to my office. I need to find my glasses, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, oh, Jesus, hurry the fuck up, dude. I'm fucking late. You did not notice. He doesn't care. He doesn't know. So, anyways, I've been trying to map out my GPS properly. And it's a 5 hours and 51 minutes of a drive. I am not allowed to stop. Okay, because it says the GPS says that I'll be there at 2:23, and that's using the correct route because it tries to reroute me to some other spots, and it's like 10 minutes longer than the fastest route, but the fastest route does not exist. Okay, that is not going to work out. If I go the one of the other ways, which is actually a longer way to go, but it tries to take me down to exit 4, and exit 4 is closed. So that's my normal way to go. If I go down to the next exit, I go through the scale, which is fine, but that's once it reroutes from there, it's an extra like 30 minutes on my run. So I cannot do that. I have to get up at Wellington, Kansas. And then I got to jog through that little town there. I cannot stop for anything, which is going to really fucking suck. I may have to stop to piss at some point in time, but I'm going to try to, I don't know. I need to drink water. I took a sip of water this morning. That's all I've had today. So I really need to start drinking some water. I've been sweating my ass off on the top of this tank because they load it hot. So not even though it's not as hot as it could be, it's still a warm fucking tank that I'm sitting on top of while I'm getting loaded. But I got a perfect load according to my calculations, and we're going to be fine. So I could technically go over the scale, but like I said, if I go all the way down to the scale, that's actually going to add half an hour to my time, which is not cool. And the other way is only going to add like 10 minutes or so. But I'm going to get there at 2:23 according to my GPS. And my GPS, I don't know. I need to boogie. Okay, and I called the place where I offload. I called them up and I said, "Hey, if I happen to not be there exactly at 2:30, is that going to be a problem?" They said, "As long as it's before 3." I'm like, "Okay, thank you very much." So I don't know. I already got confirmation that I can offload if it's so that instead of giving me a 7-minute fucking window, now I got a 37-minute window, which is still not enough of a fucking window. Anything can happen. I can get if I don't get on the highway because the highway speed is 75. If I hold the throttle down, I can go 77. If I set cruise control, it'll only do 75. But this truck, like I've complained about the gearing before, if I'm not on the fucking manual and shifting going up and down these hills, I will lose a lot of fucking time. You don't think it would, but I do. I lose a lot of time going 30 miles an hour up a hill because it slows down. And as long as traffic will cooperate with me, I think I'll be okay. I think I'm going to be okay, and I'm not going to look like a fucking imbecile again. So that's where I'm at. So if for some reason I don't get offloaded today, I have to sleep somewhere near the fucking site, and I need to be there at 7. I can't be getting there at 7:30 or 8 or whatever like I normally do. I would have to get there and sleep and then offload directly in the morning. I have to be number 1 in line to offload in the morning. Or this whole fucking thing. What kind of this I've complained about this before, but it's been a while. What kind of fucking place in the middle of the desert closes at 2:30? Like, come on, man. What? You're only open till 2:30. What the fuck? Can you be a normal company and close at 5? Well, actually, they do. They don't close until like 6, but from 2:30 to 6, they don't want any outside carriers in there. They want only their carriers, and they want to go. You know, I understand they got a lot of like maintenance and cleanup and shit they got to do, and because they've been working all day. But they start at 7, they end at 2:30. They don't even work an 8-hour day. It's not even an 8-hour day before they're fucking shut down, basically, which is fucking ridiculous. Because I've sat out there till like 6 o'clock at night before. I got there at like a noon, and I sat out there till 6 o'clock at night. It's fucking ridiculous. So, anyways, today, as long as I hate how my GPS is split up because I have to do a route, so I have to route it to one point and then to the actual point of interest or of destination that I need to go, and it only gives me the time for the the first deal. So I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna be there, but I have to get to Wellington. I have to use that as a marker. Is in the middle of Wellington, so it says I'll be in the middle of Wellington at 12:10, which is I think good because it's not that far off from there. You know, apparently 2.5 hours from there is where it is, but god damn, these brakes fucking howl, dude. And then I'm at this fucking stop sign that I'm gonna be sitting at for a while because traffic is not fun to look for around here. All right, after this gray car, and I can't see. They have signs. They have all these road signs that are blocking my view completely. So I move up and I can see this way, but when I moved up, I can't see that way. We're going for it. I'm a big, slow fucking slug, bitch. So sorry. They had to slow down a little bit, but it's like I can't barely see around this corner, and if I don't go now, there's gonna be another line of cars. If I see cars coming from the top of the hill from the other direction, I can't pull out in front of them. There's no way I'm gonna have enough speed. So it's just this. I hate this intersection. There's another way that I can go that I don't have this problem, but that adds on a few minutes, and I am not trying to add on some minutes today. This is the correct route I should be taking. I need to go this way. Well, now it's saying 34 minutes slower going that way. How? You lied. It wasn't 34 minutes slower. It was fucking 6 minutes slower. All right. So we started out, it said I was going to be there at 12:09, and now after getting onto this road, now it's saying 12:14. So I just added 5 minutes to my route, but it's telling me no, it rerouted. This is correct. So, man, gotta love it, you know? Gotta fucking love it. Gotta do 8 miles an hour over on all these back roads. Let's hope we don't get into trouble here. Um, just trucker fucking trying to make his load on time here. So I just want to give you a little update. I don't want to make this episode too long, so I'm not going to ramble on because I could definitely ramble on. I'm gonna wait until the end of the day, probably, unless something else happens. I'll be back. But right now, I'm gonna let you guys go, and hopefully my update will be, hey, got there, everything was great. But we'll see. Fucking, I hope so. Jesus Christ, please help me. Great success We completed the route today. Everything is fine, and I am on my way to the hotel. Things couldn't be better. Okay, we're doing great. Um, yes, I got down there at, at 2:40. They closed it. They stopped accepting at 2:30, but I called. I was like, hey. Well, I called them at 2:30 actually on my way down, and I said, hey, I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. Do you want me to go ahead and check in now? So I went ahead and checked in. They need 3 different codes off of my paperwork. Gave them the codes, and they said, all right, let us know when you're here. I was like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So you just hold tight. And I got there, and I immediately hopped out and took a piss. Because I had to fucking go. Did I go in a toilet? No. I went on the tire. Because there's no bathrooms nearby, and you're in the middle of the desert. So it doesn't really fucking matter. So I went ahead and drained the snake and hopped back in the truck, and I called, and they pulled me in immediately and gave me my paperwork and said, all right, you're good to go. And I got up there, and I pulled into where you dump, and I think that's the fastest I've ever been there. So I don't know. They were giving me a little bit of shit about being late, but they were being jokeful about it. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I was like, you have no idea what I went through today to get here on time. I should have been pulled over a couple of times because I saw cops, and I'm like, oh fuck, going too fast. But everybody left me alone, let me do my thing. I got there, got offloaded. Thank the Lord. I did not wash out the truck because those guys, I guess they were getting ready to leave. I don't know. I think they stay open till 6. Like, I don't think they were like ready to leave right then, but I didn't want to push it, so I was like, whatever. Whenever I was loading my truck today, if any solids did get in there, it wasn't a lot. So we're good. Yeah, didn't rinse it out. Should have, but whatever. And I only pulled 73,000 out of it was 77.9. So it was a light load, but not horrible. Which is weird because I measured it exactly to where it needed to be, and it ended up being a light fucking load. But I guess I could have left it on there for a couple more seconds, but I could have pulled another 2,000 pounds, which is like, well, I guess 2,000 pounds is realistically like, um, what are those totes at? Those 275 gallons. So, yeah, I might have pulled it a little early, but I was in a rush to get the fuck out of there. I'm lucky I even got offloaded today. And everything was fine. Everything was fine. Everything is fine right now. It's really weird because alright, so I did drink one All Sport. It's like a little powder pack of electrolytes. I drank one of those. I ate 3 meatballs and 2 oranges. And that's all I've had today. Well, and I drank a couple more waters, but I I mean, if I was laying in a bed, yeah, I could go to sleep right now, but I'm not like tired. I'm not, because usually I crash hard, and I haven't crashed at all today. I've been perfectly awake and attentive. It's been weird. It's weird as fuck, dude. If you guys are on the fence about doing one of these diets, I say just give it a chance because I've been doing it for a week now, a week and 1 day, and I definitely notice a difference. Now, the sore throat did start like the day after. It was like the Monday after, so I've had a sore throat for like a week, but it really hasn't been horrible. just been coughing up some like phlegm and shit. And I'm hoping that eventually that's going to just go away. I don't know if I'm actually sick or if it's allergies or if it is related to the diet thing. But I'm happy as fuck, dude. I can't believe this is awesome. Having a great time. Um, Now my meatballs are a little fucking bland, but I have Tupperware and I pulled the lid off and I flipped the lid upside down. I brought mayo and mustard with me because you want to have a little bit of fat with your food, which apparently is fine. I don't know. The mustard is a kind of a wishy-washy thing. Probably shouldn't have had that, but squirted a little bit of mustard and probably 3 times as much mayo onto the lid, and I just dipped the meatballs in that and ate it, and because those are really hard to fucking eat cold with nothing on them. So, uh, but that's all I ate today, and 2 oranges, little cutie oranges, and I didn't drop any of them on the floor, which is wonderful. It's weird for me because I normally always drop fucking my oranges and shit. We got another guy coming down. I've been talking to him. He got it. He worked late last night, so he came in late this morning, and he's just getting loaded and heading down. He took my advice, and he's staying at the hotel that I like to stay at. So, well, I don't know if he's at the same hotel, but he's staying in the town, and I stay in Alva, and it's just like the best fucking place ever. I love it. It's a great, great little town. It's got everything you need right there. But I don't know. The guy at the place where I was dumping, he kept telling me I need to stay in Woodward or something. Says, oh, it's way better in Woodward than Alva. I'm like, well, I don't know because Alva seems to be pretty fucking good to me. Everything about it is awesome. I don't know. I'm not looking, I'm not missing anything staying in Alva. So I'm going to continue to just stay in Alva. I think where he's wanting me to stay is actually like another 45 minutes to an hour further west. And I'm not looking to drive, like, I would basically be passing through Alva to get to whatever town he's talking about. And I'm like, I ain't fucking, I ain't driving past my old hotel to get to some new hotel that I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not. I know that I like the one I'm at. So, but tonight is different because I loaded, offloaded, and I got to make it back as far as I can tonight. But I already decided where that's going to be, and that's going to be the southern edge of Wichita. I'm going to stay over there tonight because I don't want there's other hotels in Wichita that I could stay at. I know that I can stay at the one that I'm staying at, so I'm going to stay there. And Emporia was about 10 minutes too far out. I don't have enough drive time to make it to Emporia. Which usually if I can make it to Emporia, that's where I want to make it. But I'm out of time. I can't do it. So and I'm not out of time for my 14-hour workday. I'm out of time for my drive time. You're only allowed to drive for 11 hours. So Emporia will do. It's 5 o'clock now. So I've been booking it for a little bit. Been on the phone with the other guy that's coming down. He decided to pick a tractor for his tanker, and he picked the wrong fucking tractor. It's got a blown turbo on it. So they were supposed to tag that truck, and nobody ever tagged it. So he hopped in it. He thought it felt a little doggy, but it was still fine. And it's a truck that he's ran multiple times, so he knew it. He knew it would probably be fine. No, it's not fine because he said because this truck, the 12 speed, it fucking sucks pulling up on hills and stuff. mainly because the RPMs are limited to 1600. It's got a 1600 limiter on it right now. Well, his truck slows down even worse, loaded. So I'm just glad I'm not in that truck, I guess. I don't know. But I only got a little bit more time to get to my hotel, and it says I'll be there in an hour and 15 minutes. And let's check our drive time. 2.5 hours. So it's gonna be like I'll be doing 10 hours of driving today. Which is so weird that I haven't had a cup of coffee or energy or anything other than one little electrolyte packet and a little bit of food. Now, I am starting to get a little hungry, but it's not like I'm dying to eat. It's just like I will eat soon. And that's where I'm kind of. So where the hotel is, there's 3 hotels over there, and there's a little gas station. That's the only thing on that side of the highway within walking distance. But on the other side of the highway, there's a Brahms right there. Now, that's where I'd really like to go tonight, is over at the Brahms. So I think I'm going to go over there. There's just not really truck parking. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get your truck parked over there. Now, it's really not hard to get a truck parked there, but because there's a business next door that has a big open empty parking lot, but they have a bunch of no truck parking signs. And it's like, well, what the fuck, dude? Let me park my truck there. I'm going to be in and out less than half an hour. I'm not going to be taking up any of your fucking... I'm not here overnight, I'm just parking here, going to eat, and then going to go home. So I'm going to try to do that again. I don't know. Might park somewhere else. You're not really supposed to park along the road over there because it's like a kind of a residential-ish. I think it leads into a neighborhood back there or something. So I don't know, but I think I'm gonna go for Brahms. If not Brahms, I don't know. I might stop at one of these truck stops, but I know that they're not gonna have anything for me really. One of them might have a McDonald's or something, but I don't want to eat McDonald's. Even if it is just the burger and stuff, I don't want that. So, just gonna keep on trucking. Hell, you never know. Maybe I'll stay in. I'll stop and grab something at this other town that I'm coming through. I mean, it's 5 o'clock. I could eat now, but I don't know. Maybe it would be better for me to eat now because it's been 6 hours since I've ate. I ate 11. Maybe I should go ahead and stop at one of these nice little restaurants in this little town I'm rolling up on here in a little bit. Keep forgetting these town names. But there's a little update, and yeah, today was a good day. I'll let you know what happens here pretty soon on another podcast. Keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Fuck. What the fuck? Off. Turn off.